So I am directing and choreographing.
My role will be basically here to do the videography work.
Basically, I'm a composer, but also a sound person within the team.
Most important to understand what Jess, the choreographer, wanted to get as also visual elements.
So I first got involved in 2020 when I did the audition, the workshop thing, and then we started working on it. And I was in it because I was in Glasgow, obviously. So first of all, I was like a performer in it.
Well, it was a live show. It was an hour long and it was in a theatre space. Now it's about 15 minutes. It's a dance film and it's at Govan Drydock.
Now I'm a dramaturge because I don't live in Glasgow anymore, so I'm just kind of helping from the sidelines.
One of the really nice things is actually Valentine, who's doing all the editing and stuff. You know, we met through Potluck, we've flown her over, and I just think that is so great that we've been able to make this piece from another piece we created online and meet new people, and I'm glad we've been able to continue those collaborations.
So basically it's about shaping the choreography into the film settings, and that is the more challenging part, I think, on my side, is see how you can keep the same energy that you get from the performers when the audience will be watching the movie.
I'm doing sound for film rather than working directly with dancers.
So many different types of dance, and again, like, all of the performers aren't trained dancers, and I feel like that brings such an interesting layer of movement, a quality of movement to it. It's great to watch.
When the dancers have to work with it, then you have to have like a very well counted cues in it. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for dancers to dance to. So in a way, yeah, the new format will allow me to make it a bit more flexible and a bit more crazy.
We've also completely re-choreographed it. It's entirely site specific.
The recorded sounds on site that will be used, like synthesized and stretched and then made into weird, scary drones. So it has like also direct connection to this area.
I think what you will see is work, labor, and hopefully questions.
The intention as well and the inquiry that we were following has also changed. Just as the result of it being a year since, and you're bringing a room full of people who have now different interests and like their own lines of inquiry, and that's what we encourage the piece.
Being able to give my own interpretation of it and being able to, sort of like think more about like the narrative style and how they're going to shoot it, because I would never have thought about that as a performer, because you're just so inside your head trying to remember what you need to do next.
It's not simple, it's not obvious. There is no strong or obvious story to that. That's not the point, I think.
I've always loved the aesthetic, because I remember firstly there was like no narrative, and I was like, I've never done anything without a narrative. I'm so used to like long monologues, and so the fact that there was no narrative, I was like, oh my gosh. But when you get into it and you realize what it's about, it's really engrossing.
The general mood will be made by matching with the visual style rather than the choreography itself.
Yeah, I suppose the narrative is all about like workers and sort of like a comment on like the art scene at the minute and what's happening since COVID, because it's such an amazing timeline if you think about it. Like, it's happened before COVID, and this play has been able to react to COVID while being in the same production.
It's honestly really exciting.